Hi, everybody. This is David D'Arcangelo, product development and all around advisor at CTFO. I have on the show today is two absolutely fantastic women, Reay and Shantel Wawryk. Ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we just for everybody who's out there watching, whether it's Canada, United States, Mexico, Europe, there were two events that took place within 3 days. And those events took place, Shantel and Ev really were put the team together to drive the event in Stony Plain, Alberta, Canada. And there was an event 2 days later with it's hosted by Tim and Kim Lane in Barrie. I look at this as, ladies, is from some of the testimonials I'm going to read or comments that were posted online is it started out as an event, but it really is the beginning of a movement across Canada, a movement across Mexico, a movement across the United States, Europe, and beyond. I believe this is a start of something really big. And what's driving it is you and the people who came, and that emotion. We're going to feel some of that today, and you're going to describe it for us. But it's also being driven by the Vital for Life pack.
Yes.
And why do we call it Vital for Life, everybody? Because it's vital for your life. So let me get started and read a couple of the testimonials, then we can proceed on. Renata says, these two women are the best for such an outstanding event. You ladies did an absolutely incredible job. Here's another one. You ladies put my vision on fire again. You impact people. Ted Wilson, let's absolutely one of the top people here and producers in the Canada group as well as throughout the world. Reay and Shantel Wawryk are to be commended for their outstanding barbecue summer sizzler event from the top to the bottom. Seriously, it was a world-class, what a fantastic day, vibrating all the way home. And I know Ted doesn't say things he doesn't feel or do. He's vibrating all the way home. Renata, my guest. So she brought a guest. And the event was so compelling. My guest didn't even want to leave. She wanted to stay and keep connecting. Isn't that what the event was for? And I'll give you one more. What a great day, full of everything great that people need these days. Great relationship building, great education, friendship, food, talent, venue. I'm happy reading them. Last one, thank you for everyone, because this is, at the end of the day, it's the movement. Thank you, everyone who organized and spoke and made this event possible. My friend has started with their Value for Life pack, Vital for Life pack. So Ev, address the question or the comment I made earlier. An event is one, a movement is many. What was this?
Well, David, I shared a little bit when you interviewed me last week about a vision that I had, after being on the cruise. I really realized that CTFO is, in the meetings, you say it, Stu says it, we're just getting started. And that really hit me when I got to meet everybody on the cruise. And I thought, we really are just getting started. So when we talked about, Shantel and I talked about collaborating, and I think that's one of the biggest things, one of the biggest takeaways should be here is that we collaborated. And one of our guests said it best. I did some training yesterday with about 12 people, and one of the people that was there was somebody that had never seen CTFO before Sunday. And she was at the training yesterday. She went home from the event, she opened her account, and she bought her Vital for Life pack.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And she's been around the industry for many, many years, but her comment was, she said, can I make a comment about the barbecue? And I said, oh, absolutely. And she said, I have been to many events where there's been groups of people that are from different, organizations within the company. And she said, it's the first time that I've ever been in a group that size where I didn't feel there was any competition.
Yeah.
All I felt was collaboration. And that just made me so happy because that's what Chantel and I, her and I are not, we're not financially connected in this business, but we are connected because we want to spread this movement across Canada, across the world for CTFO. So it wasn't CTFO Edmonton or CTFO, it was CTFO Canada for that reason. That's our goal.
A movement is many. I believe we have begun, and somebody has to start, and it was followed by the event Tuesday with which I love. I love the brochure Ready Set Barbecue. So so a takeoff on our Ready Set Go.
Right.
So Chantel, what was the most impactful part of the event where you believe people got the most out of it?
Oh, how do you choose one thing, David?
You can choose a few. I mean, just because the people who went there and saw it or have been, they've got the impression, but most of the people watching today are in the United States, Mexico, didn't come, in Europe, etc. I mean, what's your goal was what, and the impact was what?
Yeah, our goal was to, like Ev said, to create a movement, to create this energy around the excitement of Vital for Life and what we have here as a company and how we have built a community in this province and in this team. It's not just, you're a lone ranger. It's literally you have a community of support and people encouraging you and working with you. And I have never seen such a captivated audience in the hottest weather. And no one wanted to move. Everyone was so excited and nodding and, excited about what Stu was presenting, excited what Ted was presenting. No one got up and moved. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then that carried forward to everyone stayed. Everyone stayed to connect and meet each other and make more connections. And then they stayed to play games with us and just build relationships.
That's just terrific. It's just fun, right? If you can make a difference, have fun, and make money, it's a beautiful thing. And people coming together, we're all social animals. We just love it. And when you trust, tie the business into this. And how do you do a business opportunity in the middle of a barbecue?
That's a really great question. And it's actually a really important one too, because again, you said it goes back to trust. So when you're socializing with people, when you've invited them to break bread with you, that's significant. That is just like an instinct that goes back thousands of years in all of us, right? And so you bring food and you get together right away. You've broken barriers that would be there versus, say, inviting a group of people into a hotel room, to hear a presentation. Now, don't get me wrong, nobody was brought there under false pretenses. That's the most important thing as well, is that when you invite people to something like this, you have to be very upfront about what it is that they're going to be receiving information so that they never come and feel like they've been sabotaged. You got them somewhere under false pretenses. The truth is always the best. So you bring people out, and the truth is you do want to build a community. That was our goal. So we begin with the end in mind. What did we want it? What I did anyway. What does it want to look? What do I want it to look like all across CTFO, the company, across the country? People come, and then when they hear the business, their hearts are open, their minds are open, and if they weren't, by the time the Stu's done talking, they are. And so they're just very receptive, and the information is so great. The Vital for Life Pack is a game changer in this industry. It absolutely is. And you'll recognize that very quickly. The majority of people will recognize that very quickly. Free. Can you get better than free? You know,
No.
you share it with 3 of your friends and you get yours free. And so I feel that it was a perfect setting to present. And it's like Chantel said, either they were so hot they couldn't move, or because it was hot and we were outside. And but it was absolutely fantastic. I don't really think Chantel and I could really get across to you even the energy and the synergy that was there. It was really wonderful. And
Yeah.
so people that we had about, I don't know, would you say 25 or 30 guests? You know, we didn't do the whole name tag thing or anything
No.
like that. And I just think it was fantastic. And then one of my guys, who's a singer songwriter, wrote a CTFO song that you've got to hear, David. We sat around, he sang it in front of the entire room. People loved it, they engaged, and then we
I,
sat around the campfire later on, those of us that
I,
couldn't leave, and sang it again, and it was just fantastic.
that is like special. I saw the video.
Oh,
Uh,
did you?
online. It's just fantastic. The Vital for Life pack. We have to always remember, and I'll drive it back to, so we get together and you create this family. It's different. It's trust. They're not all like that. We've all been to ones
Mm.
like that where you're like, oh well, it's just too businessy. But the if we were to look at the Vital for Life pack, where do you see it going?
Well, I believe it'll be viral. And I was training with a group of people yesterday, and I just, you know, yesterday wasn't all fun and socializing. It was about trying to get across to them. You have to recognize what you have here,
Yeah,
because we're the ambassadors that are actually going to be, we're the messengers. We're the people that are going to impact hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of lives. I believe Vital for Life is going to, you know, only
yeah,
improve. And as more and more testimonies, you know, real life experiences start to surface, people are going to sit up and listen. They're looking.
yeah.
You know, we know this, you know, innately we know this thing about absorption. You know, we take vitamins and we think, is it really, you know, absorbing and doing anything for me? But with the Vital for Life technology, the nanotechnology, that takes away all of those questions. And the price point, which is just about always the thing that people stumble on, is it doesn't exist any longer. As long as we get very good at messaging. And also the barbecue was, for me, was like a branding as well. You
Right.
know, that I envisioned, you know, Team Unity, Ted Wilson, you know, I mean, our great leader. I said to him, I envision Team Unity barbecues all across Canada, the United States, Mexico. It would be awesome if we could have them all on the same day. You
Yeah.
know, could you imagine that? Next year in July, everybody having a summer sizzler, it would be phenomenal. And
That
so,
that
you
that would
know,
be absolutely great.
yeah.
Absolutely great. So tie it back for me. I always look at the business, but really, Chantel, talk about how important it is to give people the opportunity to create financial freedom and reduced stress in their lives and their families.
Yeah, I think that's the huge thing that until really recently, we haven't been talking about enough. We haven't been talking about this amazing opportunity to create financial freedom, to create extra income for families, to help them pay those extra bills, to help them be able to do extra things in their family, you know, have, you know, cover expenses that they don't know that are coming sometimes. And also, where else can you literally take all of your supplements, be completely covered with your nutrition and not pay for it? So
Mhm.
in that, you are taking away a whole expense on a monthly basis and then also gaining income. And so we had powerful conversations about extra income, building financial freedom, and people are excited. People are wanting opportunities to bring in more income to their families, especially with everything that's going on in the world. I know Canada, the inflation is through the roof. The US is the same. And people are excited to be able to share something that is really making an impact on people and is making an impact on their finances.
And that was fantastic. And getting your product for free.
Yes.
Get 3 and yours is free. Ev, let's stay on that one a little bit, because financial pressure and stress is really pain. It's deep. It impacts relationships, your family, your job, it's stress. It hurts your health. If so you in your career, you've seen a lot of people. I mean, the opportunity to be able to create financial freedom, how important is it for you and others?
Oh, it's absolutely critical. And, it's like Chantal said, people are hurting. You don't have to look very far if you take your eyes off yourself and you put your eyes on other people and you ask really good questions. It won't be very long. You can be in a conversation just for a couple of minutes and you'll find out that people are looking for ways to supplement their income. In Canada, and I know in the US it's the same, everything has gone up. Absolutely everything. Taxes, the middle class are paying for everything. And they're looking for alternatives. And you're absolutely right. People are afraid sometimes to talk about money. I have a lot of people, even in my organization, will say, well, I just want to help people with their health. And I say to them, well, I know from my own past experience, as well as from listening to a lot of people over many years, that finances can absolutely destroy your health. And so also, how can you take good nutrition typically, except now for CTFO's amazing offer, without it costing money? And so we mustn't be afraid to ask the questions, because people are also reticent to talk about money. People, it's one of those things. It's like, well, I don't want to admit that I'm broke, or that we're struggling or whatever. But if you're kind and gentle and loving with people, they will share with you what their needs are. And then we have an opportunity to say, listen, if I could show you a way that would help, would $500 extra a month make a difference in your life? Would 5,000, whatever it might be, they'll say yes. And we do have a way. And I always say this: is anybody else in your life offering you a solution right now to this financial dilemma? And the answer is always no.
Yeah, especially when, as you ladies have said, the lead product is Vital for Life, which is vital for your life. And you find 3 others for the Vital for Life pack, and yours is free. I mean, it's just that's the beginning of the training, and in the end of the training, not really, but you understand it's not complicated, and everybody can do it. Shantel, in closing, any aha moments, anything you'd like to say to those watching out there? Again, this is for the people who weren't at the event, and may have events and may be inspired to have events throughout the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And we have some terrific leaders and other up and comers who would really are doing that. So I turn it over to you as aha moments and any advice for anybody out there.
Yeah, I think the aha moment was how important events are of any size. They don't have to be massive either. We put on an event and we are so grateful it turned into such a huge movement and we had so many people. But like Ev said, when you break bread with people, when you break down those barriers and people feel, comfortable and excited, and you really create this energy and environment for them to be open, I think it really is like, wow, look at what we just did. And look how now it's going to ripple out and really create momentum moving forward in our businesses and in our relationships with all these people. So I really would highly encourage people to, create an event. It can be 5 people, it can be 10 people, it can be more, but it really does have an impact and it does really gain momentum in your business.
Right. Momentum versus event. It's, a movement creates momentum. Ev, last question for you is, any advice after coming off the event, everybody's sky high, any advice for those listening out there?
Absolutely. Just like Chantel said, have your own event. And I'm saying it like this: have a barbecue in your backyard. you know, you don't have to go and rent a hall like we did. You know, we had a vision for, you know, 50 to 100 people. And we ended up with 85 people there. It would have been, you know, hard in a backyard, but have a backyard barbecue with intention to expand your business as well as to make an offering to people for their health and their wealth. It's really important. And videotape it and ask great questions and have fun. And that's what it's all about. People, one of my aha moments was people are craving after what we have just gone through. They're craving community. They want to get together. They want to have a hug. They want to laugh and look around and that freedom of seeing a room full of people when we went through this terrifying moment in history where we wondered if we were going to be locked up forever. And I think that it's like a celebration of life. And so it's really quite remarkable. And my advice is to keep it going and then to follow up. Who were the people that came to the event? Now you met them. Now get on the phone, get some feedback from them, send them messages in Messenger and ask them how they're doing and how did they like the event and when would they like to see another one? Shantel and I are already planning our next one. So you just go from event to event, providing a venue for people to come and bring their guests, and that's what leadership is all about.
Yeah, beautiful. You make it fun. It also, you just hit on a great topic, is there has to be a plan. Nobody is successful. You can come to an event and have fun and great, but if you don't leave with making the connections, targeting somebody like you or whoever, showed them the business, you need the training to go out there and be successful. What are the steps I can take in the first 30 days? Because the first 30 days, we all know. So I just share that training that you both provide and other leaders in the company is priceless, and it will not only educate them, but also allow them and show them a path to financial freedom, which absolutely changes your life. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate you. You did an absolutely great job. I'm going to read one more time. It was fantastic. My friend has started with a Vital for Life pack.
Yes.
So thank you very much, everybody out there across the world who's watching it right now. Thank you. We look forward to other events in the future and getting together.
Thank you so much, David, and thank you, Shantel.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Shantel.
David.
Thank you, Ev.